Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the first video of the year, and today we're going to spend some time with the Cisco Secure Firewall 1210. It's compact by design, but it packs a punch. 6.5 gigabits of throughput, 6 gigabits of IPS. It's perfect for the campus. I'm going to use it to replace a 1010 that I have here in the lab, and I'm going to connect it to a cloud-delivered FMC within Security Cloud Control. So join me as we get this thing up and running. So I've connected the firewall. I configured the port on one of my switches for the management connection. What we're going to do now is we're going to log in for the first time. It just finished booting up. We want to give it an IP address, and then from there, we want to make a connection out to Security Cloud Control. That way we can onboard this firewall to Security Cloud Control. Let's log in here. Hopefully I have the correct credentials. There we go. All right, perfect. All right, password has been updated. Let's connect. All right, this is the first time I'm connecting to the FTD CLI, so there are a couple things that I have to hit enter for, and I have to agree. Of course, I'm reading everything, and yes. All right, so let's run through this wizard here. I have to configure one IP. Yes, IPv4, IPv6. No. Do I want to do? I want to do manual. Yes. All right, and I've already also selected an IP for this one. Let's do 0, 252, 255, 255, 255, 0. Default gateway. Let's go with that one, which is the default gateway. And we'll change the name. Cisco Secure Firewall. All right, we'll just leave it at that. Oh, one. And I'll use my DNS in the lab. And I'll also add in the open DNS IP here. Here we go. This will take a couple of seconds just to set these settings. We'll let this do its thing. Manage device locally? No. Now, I have the opportunity or the ability to manage this device by itself, which is FDM, Firewall Device Manager. I don't want to do that. I want to manage it with the cdFMC. That way I can manage multiple firewalls. If you're doing it with FDM, you're just doing that one box unless you're going to do some automation or you're going to manage them all from the cloud. But I want to manage with the cdFMC. So I'm going to say no. We want this to be routed. This is not going to be inline or it's not going to be transparent. We're going to be doing routing. I have several networks that are going to live on this firewall, so it's going to be routed mode. Here we go. So now, if you notice here, it's since I've chosen to manage this with an FMC or a cdFMC, it's not being managed as FDM around box. It's letting me know that, hey, I need to add a manager. How am I going to manage this box? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to switch over to Security Cloud Control, and I'm going to go to Security Devices. And here I have the devices that are connected. I have an on-prem FMC that's currently offline, and I also have my 1010 that is currently synced and it's currently online. Let's click plus here. We're going to add an FTD. We get a warning there that last year the 7.0 is no longer supported. Let's not show this. And what I want to do is I want to use the registration key that I have here. We'll click that. We'll enter a device name, which is DevNet Cisco Secure Firewall 01. We'll run through this form. What access policy do I want to use? Well, I can choose the default and then create a policy specifically for this firewall, but eventually I'm just going to replace this 1010. So I'm going to use my main policy that I already have out there in use. Hit next. Please indicate if this FTD is physical or virtual. It is physical. What licenses do I have? IPS, malware, URL, no remote VPN or any carrier. Let's hit next. Now I'm presented with a key, and I'm going to copy paste this key into the firewall. So let's do that. And hopefully all works well with Cisco CLI Analyzer that I'm currently using. It looks like it might. Let's hit enter. Okay, now let's hit next here. And it's going to trigger the registration. Your device is now onboarding. It may take some time to finish. Let's give it a couple minutes. So currently we are syncing. It took only a few minutes, but now the firewall is online. And it was that easy to connect the firewall that I have here in the lab over to the cdFMC and Security Cloud Control. I mean, honestly, it just took a couple of minutes, ran a command, made sure, there was an IP address on the firewall, and that was it. Now I can manage it in the cloud from a cdFMC. Let's take a look at the device overview. We can see here that this brings me into the cdFMC. There I have the 1210 CE. I can see the information on this one. So far, it is healthy. So now all I have to do is configure the interfaces if I want to add different policies or if I want to make changes to the policy or separate a policy because I'm using the same policy as my other firewall. I can do all those things now. But honestly, from out of the box, all the way to security cloud control to a cdFMC, that took just a few minutes. So now, in the coming weeks, we're going to dive in to access policies. We're going to dive into IPS, into the different areas of the secure firewall. I'll see you on the next one.